So we're just going to see, give it a click. Unbelievable. Okay, you're not sure if that shows up. You can see that, and you can see where the notch is at the top with the little hole. There you go. And then you've got the little notch at the bottom, the little hole at the bottom, sorry. Now what I'll do is I'll show you the actual starter box, as they call it, and you can see what I've done wrong. Right, so as I showed you on the carb, this is what would be on the side of there. This is the starter box, so this is what would be on there. Now this choke, as you want to call it, but they call them starter box on the Stromberg Carbs. Obviously here would be attached to the wire, which would go into the choke, into the car, and that would just move like that quite normally. On the reverse, as you can see, we have a groove here similar to the one on the carb, and then we have these 4 holes. Well, actually there's 3. There's 3 of holes, varying sizes, down to one which is a solid hole. Now what these do, this allows fuel. This one sucks up fuel from the hole at the bottom of the carb I showed you, distributes it to the holes in the top here, which then distributes it into the groove on the carb, therefore directly into the ignition chamber, bypassing the needle and everything, and that's what gives you richer to start. So when you're opening the choke like that, you can see what the problem is. Those holes should be down here, and this one should be down there. So as I'm opening it, that one is going over the hole direct into the direct fuel, to allow fuel to come direct from the fuel bowl. And these ones should be where that slot is, allowing the fuel to go directly into the carb, directly into the combustion chamber. So basically I've got it 180 degrees out. So what I'm going to do, take this apart, put it back right correctly, and hopefully that should be Oddy's problem sorted. Right, so we'll start by taking it apart. Just bear with me. So I put my goggles on. So yeah, it should be a 11. Just undo that gently. Let's take that off. Sure. Alright, now we have a spring there as well. So we just need to flick the spring off. There we go. We can take the cam off. We can actually leave the spring on there, because what we want to do now is we want to take that out of its slot and turn this so basically now when that turns, that would line up with the groove into the carb like that, and that then would be over the hole at the bottom, sucking the fuel in, therefore putting the enriched fuel directly into the combustion chamber and starting Oddy when he's cold. Well, that's what we hope anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to make sure that I've lined everything up. I've got a picture that I looked at to see where it should be sitting. There we go. Okay, then we can put that back on. obviously this is going to want to sit in a specific position, so there is only one way it can go. What I'm trying to keep an eye on is this slot needs to be just by where that is. You can just see that little hole, half a hole there, roughly that at the beginning of it. But then we need to be able to fit the cam on. Right, yes, so we've got that right. Okay, just flick, spring back round. There we go. Right. I was wrong about that lining up with the hole, and I'll show you that in a minute. So get these back on. Don't want it to spring off. So now this should be that one at the bottom there, that one there. So when the carb's open, that's drawing from the hole at the bottom of the carb, and those are passing the fuel into the corresponding one at the top. Fingers crossed. Very difficult to do this in the dark, but there you can see the starter box in situ. I'm just going to tighten it back all back up, attach the choke cable, and then you'll see me inside the car when we try to start him, as you can see, in the cold. Okay guys, I'm not sure what quite we're going to see. I've had to hook up the car because the battery is flat. Even though there's a brand new battery upper on, but I think I flattened it with all the constant trying to start Oddy. So, right. So, choke all the way out. Alright, I'm not going to touch the accelerator, so I'm going to keep my foot away from the accelerator. So I'm just going to see, give it a click. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Well, all I can say, folks, is I usually take pictures of everything when I take things apart. Wow. On this occasion, because I was videoing everything, the one thing I didn't video is when I did the carb refurb. Wow. All this time, it had started off the key. And that was cold, as you can see. Cold start. Well, that's a learning curve for all of us. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe and share.